Yo, Shalom, El Prezi Alba Shemi Shabbat Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, orders of the great millstone and rule well. And Shalom to the apostles and elders of great millstone and rule well. And yeah, Shalom to all the brothers that didn't work in sincerity and truth. So brother, I'm one from the GMSLondon camp. Just gonna be going into, touching on, this little festival which just passed, on the left hand side. And basically how, the myriad aspects, that's why it's, you can't really get into the world out here, because more or less a lot of these customs they have, you're gonna realize it goes back to, pagan customs, the pagan way of life, man, which is averse to the scriptures, averse to the Most High. So, that's why yeah. I'll just get into it, man. This is on what's it called, the New Grange. It says like Samhain, the Celtic roots of Halloween, and it says, as millions of children and adults participate in the fun of Halloween on the night of October 31st, few will be aware of the ancient Celtic roots in the Samhain festival. In Celtic Ireland around 2,000 years ago, Samhain was the division of the year between the lighter half and the darker half. At Samhain, the division between the world and the other world was at its thinnest, allowing spirits to pass through. Says the family's ancestors were honoured and invited home, whilst harmful spirits were warded off. People wore costumes and masks to disguise themselves as harmful spirits and thus avoid harm. So that's why you got everyone dressing up like beings of death and agents of wickedness, because they're meant to be masquerading as wicked spirits. So that's really what you're inviting upon yourself anyway, man. It says, bonfires and food played a large part in the festivities. The bones of slaughtered livestock were cast in the communal fire household, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it says Christianity incorporated the honouring of the dead into the Christian calendar, with All Saints, All Hallows, on November 1st, followed by All Souls on November 2nd. The wearing of the costumes and masks to ward off harmful spirits survived as Halloween customs. The Irish emigrated to America in great numbers during the 19th century, especially around the time of the famine in Ireland during the 1840s. The Irish carried their Halloween traditions to America, where today it is one of the major holidays of the year. Through time, other traditions have blended into Halloween. For example, the American harvest time tradition of carving pumpkins. So, yeah, it's just all boiled together into one big pagan mess, man, and that includes the church. That's why, you ain't bigging up no goddamn Christianity. That's why these Christians are some numpties, man, some absolute dickheads. Divs, they're divs. Because I don't realise all of that goes back to, to paganism. And it's funny because they kind of show how the Irish brought over a lot of that pagan shit in that TV series, American Gods, where it has like the Irish guy with a fucking coin, had like the Irish bird that went to America. She was basically like, he was kind of looking after her because she reverenced him, she believed in little spirits and all these things. That's because they're obviously tapped into certain, certain elements, man. Wicked elements, man, on the left-hand side. Because, these Celts, a bunch of niggers as well, man. They were getting into that on the left-hand side, just like you go into the history. Jake was doing that anyway. Which is what I was going to get into anyhow. Let me get Jeremiah 10. It says, Jeremiah 10:2, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people, it's funny, signs of heaven, it said it was between, the lighter half and the darker half. So that's, the heavens. That's what was really given over to the heathen, man. Going to, I believe it's in Deuteronomy, where it says, the Lord basically gave the sun and the moon and the stars for the heathen to worship. And it says what? For the customs of people are vain. And, it afterwards goes into the Christmas. But I just wanted to get the customs of the people being vain. Because that's actually what, these people are getting into, vain customs, man. If you're there reverencing, some spirits, reverencing some dead motherfuckers, bro, them guys are good. They're in the spirit world, man. Some of them motherfuckers are come back, man. I had a baby, and that motherfucker's gonna have the same spirit of one of your ancestors, but then you're trying to reverence and summon him back. Bro, chill out, man. That's why you had motherfuckers like the Witch of Endor, man. That's Witch of Endor shit. Getting into all that. But that's the thing. That's why it's like Jake has a history of getting into them pagan customs. Paganism. That's why, the Lord actually had to put it in there. Look, man, the customs of people are vain. Multiple times, Jake just loves getting into them pagan ways, them incorrect channels, man. And and now Esau's created to channel into them incorrect channels, man. Esau is the incorrect channel, man. So that's why it's a thing where, funny as hell, man. Esau's, it's been revealed like the Esau's got basically able to tap into it on the purest channel, man. The Satan and Satan in accord. But anyway, okay. Let me get what I was going to get, man. It says, what? Isaiah 47:12. It says, stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast laboured from thy youth. And it's the same thing with Esau shit, man. Esau's been into them sorceries from the jump, man. As soon as Esau, came in power, get all up in them, them Freemasonry courts, setting up the Illuminati, setting up all kinds of different, chapters of these pagan customs. That Wicca and witchcraft, proliferating that around, the States, around Europe. Esau loves to keep these pagan customs and them, them enchantments. That's basically a big part of how he stays in power. So that's why he loves it. He's all into that, man. He's completely down with that. And it says, what? If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. And if it is to be, then, Esau will profit. Because, Esau will be doing little sorceries, sacrifices and that. And he's profiting, he's staying in power for the minute. He's prevailing, he might do certain things to prevail, he might succeed in sending a devil onto one of the brothers. But then, the Lord will have it, the brother just curse it out, rebuke it, and get taken off. Or it might be like it's a 2/3, and the Esau's casting them devils, that 2/3 gets removed anyway. But then that was how the Lord wanted it. But it says, only if so be. Because if the Lord ain't allowing that, then that, ain't gonna happen. And it says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy sorceries. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. And that's really what it is, all them sorceries you're getting into, can they actually save you from what must needs be? No, they cannot. No, they cannot. Behold, they shall be as stubble, and fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. So basically, all Esau's trying to do, all these fight that he's putting in, that's Samhain. All these different high holy days, Esau will be getting in on these days. Certain events might go down, like fucking, what was it? Thursday morning was real chaotic morning, man. You had, what was it? Which was like, that was basically like the morning after. It had, there was a stabbing in Sony. Some guy, it was meant to be some guy in the kitchen. Got pissed off with the other guy so hard. He jerked him up in the chest multiple times. How you gonna be like, that's the spirits of Satan getting, all ruffled up, man. The guy's coming in there, juke him up. Juke him Ross. How's man just gonna be, it's like, bro, if the guy went in there, they thought he was punching him. But he was juking him. So that guy must have been going ham. Just, he thought he was punching the shit out of him. He's juking him up. I'm like, god damn. That shows, that's them demonic spirits, man. Probably summon some demons from hell. From hell. Summon some demons. From the nether realm. Esau channeling certain spirits. And then putting them on and making certain events go down. Which, that's okay, that's all good. But then the thing is Yahushua is going to come back and smash you. And you ain't going to be able to channel no spirits when that happens. You know, when you're up in your space stations or under the waters, hiding, you know, you ain't going to be able to channel nothing when them angels come to grab you up. You might summon them, and then you're thinking like, yes, they're going to protect you. Then you get headlocked, and your ass getting put in chains, man. It said, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast laboured, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee. Yeah, so Esau's not going to have no out. He's just going to be finished. That's why it's like, you know, all these different things. You know, you highlight, you reveal Esau's secrets, you know, the little things he's trying to do. And hey, the scripture already said, you know, with all that, you know, it's like, how for her take balm for her, if so be she may be healed. Babylon can't be healed, man. You know, America ain't gonna be healed. Esau's raw ain't gonna be healed. It's not gonna continue. It's prophesied to fail. It must needs end. But yeah, you know, I'll leave it there, man. So all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Hashem, Rakah Kadash. And shalom.